Welcome to Omega Virtual Learning. In today's lesson, we're talking about surface area of cuboid. We will look at some features of a cuboid and how to calculate the surface area of cuboid. We'll also look at simple problem involving surface area and volume of cuboid, and of course look at an exam style question. Let's look at this cuboid and identify some of the features. We say a cuboid has 6 faces. Let's identify the faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 faces. And each of the face that you see has a hidden identical face directly opposite. So, face 3 at the top has identical face directly at the bottom. Face 6 in front has another face at the back, and face 1 on the side has a hidden identical face on the other side. So though we could only see 3 faces, there are 3 other hidden faces. Also, the length of the red lines are the same. These 3 red lines are of the same length. The black lines are also of the same length. And the blue lines are of the same length. It's important you know that because it helps you to know the right dimension of each of the face. Because when the question is given to you, it's given to you on one side of the cuboid, so you can transpose the dimensions around to help you know the right dimension of each of the face. Let's look at an example. To work out the surface area of this cuboid, we have dimension 8, 5, and 6 here. So let's transpose the dimension around. So we know 5 is the same as the 5 here, 8 the same as the 8 there, and 6 cm the same as 6 here. So we label the 3 visible faces A, B, C. So all we need to do is to work out the area of A, work out the area of B, work out the area of C. We add them up and we double it because we said each face has a hidden identical face. So shape A is 6 times 8. 6 times 8. 48. B, 5 times 6. 5 times 6. 30. C, 5 times 8. 40. So the total of the 3 faces that we see is 108 cm squared. So 108 cm squared is for the 3 visible faces, and there are also 3 hidden faces which will also equal 118. So all we do is to multiply our final answer by 2. Total surface area equals 118 times 2, 263 centimeters squared. Remember, we are talking about area, so the answer is squared. Though it's about a 3D, our answer must be in units squared because it's about area. Now try these 2 on your own. Pause the video, play back and see if you got it right. First one, hope you've done it. You label it. M is 5 times 8, 40. 3. N is 3 times 8, 24. O is 5 times 3, 15. Sum that up, 79 cm squared. Then of course you double it. That gives you 158 centimeters squared. Second one, you label it. Q, 4 times 2, 8. R, 3 times 2, 6. S, 4 times 3, 12. Sum that up, 26 cm squared. Double this. And 26 times 2 is 52 cm squared. Hope you got them right. Now let's look at a link between volume and surface area. A cuboid has a volume of 144 cm cubed. Its width is 6 cm and the length is 8 cm. Calculate the surface area of this cuboid. Let's start with a sketch first. So I have a cuboid, length 8 cm, width 6 cm, but the height is not given, so I call it x. And let's record the formula for volume. Volume is length times the width times the height. Length times the width times the height. So we start with the volume first. 144 must be equal to the length times the width times the height. So 144 is equal to length times width times height. So my length is 8, as you can see. Width is 6, and x is still x. So I form a simple equation, and I'm going to solve for x. 144 is equal to 48x. And in a simple equation like this, we divide both sides by 48. So 48x divided by 48 is x, and 144 divided by 48 will give us, so x is equal to 144 divided by 48, and that gives us 3 cm. So we know our height now is equal to 3. Therefore, let's replace the x with 3. Now it becomes a standard question, and we can now start labeling the faces and work out the surface area. So ABC. Face A is 8 times 3, 24. Face B, 6 times 3, 18. Face C, 8 times 6, 48. Sum of the three faces is 90 cm squared. And to work out the total surface area, I multiply 90 times 2. 90 times 2. And that gives me 180 cm squared. So such cuboid with volume 144 cm cube will give us 180 centimeters squared as the surface area. Now let's look at an exam style question. A sofa has 6 identical cushions. So that is the cushion, 6 of them. Each cushion is a cuboid with a dimension 8 by 80 by 95 cm. So as you can see, the protective spray, the cushions are covered with protective spray, and the protective spray is in cans, and the label on each can has this information. So each can says that it can only spray 4 meters squared. So one can cover 4 meters squared. We need to work out how many cans we need for the 6 cushions. Now first we need to know is that this is calculator question, and we have spray area is in meters, but our cushions are in centimeters. And because calculator is allowed, we can start converting the centimeters into meters. And we know cm into meters, we divide each unit by 100. So we're going to divide each dimension by 100 to change cm into meters. So 95 cm gives me 0.95 meters. 80 cm gives me 0.8 or 0.80 meters. And 18 cm will give me 0.18 meters. Okay, so first thing is to work out the surface area of one of the cushions. So one of the cushions, we need to work out the surface area. And you can see there are 2 sides, the same dimension. I call it A and A, like we said. So I can work out the area of A and I double it. And you need to understand that A is 0.95 times 0.18. 0.95 times 1.18, and I double it because we have 2 of them. That's what you give. You get 0.342. B, the front and back are the same. So I work out 0.8 times 0.18 and I double it. I will also give you 0.288. Then C, the top and the bottom. That is 0.95 times 0.8. And I double that because there are 2 of them. Now, surface area total for one cushion is 2.15 or 2.150 meters squared. You can still do these calculations, add them, and then double it. They mean the same thing. I did it for you to see that 2 identical faces for each of the side. If you don't understand it this way, just work out A, work out B, work out C, add them up and double it as we previously did it. So now I know one cushion has an area of 2.15 meters squared. I'm now going to investigate how many cans of spray I would need. Okay, we must first know the total surface area for the 6 cushions. 2.15 is for 1. So to know the 6, we multiply 6 by 2.15, and that gives me 12.9 meters squared. So the total surface area we have is 12.9 meters squared. Now, how many cans will be needed? To find the number of cans for the 6 cushions, take it this way. Each can would spray 4 meters squared. Each can will cover 4 meters squared. So think of counting in 4. The first can will spray 4 meters squared. If you buy 2, you're going to spray 8 meters squared. If you buy 3, you're going to spray 12 meters squared. But if you buy 3, there will be 0.9 left for you to spray, and that has to be sprayed, so you still need extra can. That will mean that you will need 4 sprays. That's one way of counting it. Let me repeat that again. 1 can spray 4 meters squared. 2 cans can spray 8. 3 cans can spray 12. But we need to spray 12.9. So even though 3 cans can spray 12, we need extra can. That's why it makes it 4. One way of showing that is to divide the total area by this area a can spray. So 12.9 divided by 4 will give you 3.25. So you need 3.25 cans. But cans can never be sold in bits. You can't go to the store and buy 0.25 of a can. That's why we round this up. This kind of rounding is not the typical rounding down. Anything above 3 has to be rounded up. So here we will need more than 3 cans. So that will be 4 cans. You need 4 cans to get the cushions all fully sprayed up. Hope you've enjoyed this. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the notification button. And look forward to lesson 2, where I'll be talking about surface area of prisms. Lesson 2 will be talking about surface area of prisms. Thank you for watching.